Good morning! Man, we have saved thousands cumulatively by the changes and the things that we stopped buying that I'm gonna list today. It might get controversial. I don't mean to offend anyone with what I'm about to say. Hopefully this gives you ideas and helps you save lots of money. Join me in the pursuit of simple living. Kind of. Beauty! /bath/ beauty products. Hair growth serums. I stopped buying hair growth serums. This is actually a very expensive one. If you are someone that used to buy hair growth serums, you know, marketing on that, they know that women do not like to lose their hair and will be willing to pay a lot of money to try to do anything to not lose their hair. During a lot of my hormone issues, especially during my eating disorder phase, I was losing a lot of hair. A lot of my budget was going towards products like this to compensate for the fact that I was really just unhealthy in a very low energy bioavailability state. So I was losing a lot of hair. My hair was damaged. So I would buy a lot of products to fix those problems instead of kind of taking a more root cause looking internally approach. And on that note, lots of hair products. So I don't use a blow dryer, hairspray, mousse, hair straightener, all these things I used to buy, purchase, keep on hand. What I have found is that as I have gotten healthier, my hair's gotten healthier, it's looked healthier, I don't feel like I have to spend so much time styling and doing it. Shaving cream, I pretty much just shave without anything, or I use some coconut oil. Oh, vaginal washes, wipes. When I was in high school, I totally fell into the market of this, that your should smell like a frou-frou palace. It should not. And those products totally mess with your pH. Your area has self-cleaning mechanisms and is reflective of your gut health. So, first of all, you shouldn't feel pressure for it to smell like something it's not designed to smell like. But if there is issues, or you notice a continual fishy smell or something, buying these products to cover the smell is not the answer. That is a reflection of things internally, and it's signaling you to look into that. Once I entered into the realm of holistic health and learned about that, I stopped buying them, I stopped supporting them, and then I told all my friends obnoxiously to stop buying them. And on that category, I stopped buying tampons, pads, period underwear. I actually used to wear a lot of period underwear, but I feel like there's so much been coming out about the ingredients they use in them. I use 100% organic cotton reusable period pads from Rail. I'll link the ones I have below. I bought them once. I think I even got them on sale, and I use them all the time. I wash them, I dry them in the sun. They're great. Body lotion, I just use coconut oil or shea butter. I don't use body wash. I stopped buying toxic makeup or skincare, like having those massive eyeshadow palettes. I don't know why. Always felt like I had to have one on hand in case, I don't know, I was invited to a gala in which I would have to do 3 different kinds of smoky eyes. I have like 6 makeup products that I wear. They're like non-toxic brands that I love that work well with my skin, and that's it. Simple, streamlined. That's totally okay. You do not have to have a certain number of makeup products if you don't want to. You don't have to have any makeup products. You don't have to wear makeup ever. I also don't buy specialized makeup tools. I have 1 makeup brush. I also kept these on hand for the said gala in which I would need to be all of a sudden contouring. I also stopped doing a lot of beauty treatments. I don't do facials anymore. I don't wax anymore. I just wanted to embrace a lot more of like my God-given natural beauty and be okay with who I was. Not that it's wrong to wear makeup or do your hair or anything like that, but for me, I realized that I was doing a lot of these things because I felt like I had to. And they weren't even necessarily good for me. Just to wax and spend money to wax because I felt like that was something I had to be doing. I didn't like it, and it always irritated my skin after. I have very sensitive skin, and I finally was like, this is not worth it. Kitchen. The first thing is meat from the grocery store. We exclusively buy all of our meat from local farms. We get them in bulk, like a half cow. We buy a huge collection of meat birds at one time. Not only is this a high value to me to be really connected to the food source, but if I try to go to a local health food store and get the same quality of meat, or just where the animals are raised in a humane, healthy way, I am not exaggerating when I say that in my area, it is 3 to 4 times the cost per pound than what I get when I buy it directly from the farmer. Next is any kind of prepared foods or convenience foods or ready-made meals. We do not buy those. There's definitely a margin on those because you're paying for convenience, and they would just rack up our grocery bill. The next thing is bread. We make our own sourdough. It tastes way better than store-bought bread, and it is a fraction of the price. I stopped buying any kind of fancy drinks. I used to be such a sucker for like getting a matcha out or getting this hot chocolate out. And outside of like traveling when we're on vacation, I don't buy them anymore. I can make them at home. I use my raw milk. I have the powders that I buy from Perfect Supplements. If I want to doctor it up with some mushrooms, collagen, whatever. Speaking of, drinking the rest of my hot chocolate. Most all snack foods, there are exceptions to this, but the truth is that we make our own gummies, we make our own granola, I make sourdough crackers. I mean, I have replaced so many typical foods that you could buy, like snacky foods, with just making it myself. And that leads me to kid snacks. Why are kid snacks so expensive? And if you're like, hey, I just want a snack, good ingredients, like, more on the healthy side, doesn't have any weird dyes or fillers. And they're like, oh, that'll be $45. Absolutely not. I don't know if that makes me like a not fun mom, but margin on kid snacks, especially if you're trying to buy like healthier ones or organic ones, are so expensive. Gimmicky mugs, I used to be such a bad mug collector. Ask my husband, it was a problem. Truth is that I have all the mugs that I need. You don't need them. I don't buy any more mugs. Aprons, I actually love the idea of wearing an apron. I think it would be very helpful for me, because the truth is that I never, ever, ever remember to wear it. One task tools like, a citrus juicer, an apple slicer, a melon baller. My drawer used to be so cluttered with all of those one-way tools. I just cut my apple with a knife, and it seems to do the trick. A larger juicer. I used to feel like I had to have one of those big juicers in my house, so we would invest in one, and if it broke, I would try to find another one that was used. Once I exited out of the season of my life where I felt like I needed to be juicing celery, I realized I don't actually need this in my house, and I do not need to purchase a juicer. Plastic cooking utensils, plastic Tupperware, pretty much anything plastic, anything like single use we don't have. Gum, I used to be someone that had gum in like my backpack and the car or my house. Don't chew any gum anymore. I don't like what it does to my digestive system. It's not helpful for me. I'm just not a gum chewer anymore. Baby food, I don't know if this counts because it's something that we did not buy, not necessarily that we stopped buying. We did baby-led weaning, and I didn't even prepare anything special for her. If I did, I cut up fruit. If not, she just ate what I ate in chunks of food size that she could just notch. It made mealtime such a low stress, easy, cheap option. I had friends that were buying baby food and hearing them talk about the budget, or they were like making a whole bunch of baby food, so they bought all of the separate like blender containers and all of that. We didn't do any of that. Glassware. If you come to my house and you want a cup of water, you are definitely going to get an upcycled mason jar, a recycled pasta sauce jar, serving dishes. If I'm serving you food, it is what it was cooked in. The next thing is desserts. I love desserts. I used to buy all the greatest like ice creams. I would be really into like this baked good. Cooking from scratch has simplified my budget so much, because anytime I want anything, homemade cookies, ice cream, we make all of our own ice cream. We make all of our own baked goods. Any dessert I'm making, whether that's for company or for us, it's not even really a thought to buy it. It's just like, yeah, I'll just make it. And that's not because I'm so good in the kitchen, but because I've realized it's usually better quality. It's fun to make. It's just not something we ever really purchase. The last thing we stopped buying in this category are fortified foods. Fortified vitamins can be very tricky when it comes to your mineral status. A lot of the synthetic vitamins that they're adding in can mess with our existing vitamin and mineral status because they're not the same as what's found in food. A lot of the B vitamins that are added to like rice and flours and things like that, those are not the same that are found in food. Minerals are the spark plugs in our body. Having proper replenished minerals that are balanced with each other spark reactions. They spark enzymatic reactions in the body. When I learned more about the importance of minerals, when I started testing my own minerals and seeing what a difference it made to focus on mineral replenishment in my life, I really got serious about not buying anything that was fortified. So when I get flour, I get organic flour that doesn't have anything added to it. When we get juice, I make sure to buy the juice that doesn't have the vitamin D or the vitamin A added to it. Closet. I stopped buying heels. And if we go to a wedding where I want to feel fancy and I want to wear heels, I have a sister who is the same size as me that I could just sneak on over, gremlin in her closet, and take some. Traditional bras. I have not worn a bra with an underwire since 2015. I have no space in my life for those things. Slippers. I used to be a really big slipper gal, just pop in my slippers, walk around. I'm just very into letting my feet be the way that they are, barefoot or with light socks on. Statement jewelry or fake jewelry. I realized that it's okay to have very few things that you just love and you wear all the time, rather than feeling like you had to have all these options. I used to have like a jewelry hanger, like all of my different rings and all my different earrings and all my different necklaces. Not to mention they were fake. They weren't like high quality jewelry. So they would make my ears hurt or they'd like irritate my skin. Purses. I don't wear or purchase purses anymore. Fanny pack will do. And it does, especially if you're a mom. My diaper bag and my fanny pack are how I hold my things. Sunglasses. I don't wear sunglasses anymore. This was actually something I intentionally made the choice to stop buying, purchasing, or wearing when I learned about how influential our circadian rhythm is and our light exposure is for our thyroid health and our hormone health. I talk about this in, I think it's module 4 of the Nourished Mama, but having exposure to natural light, especially in the morning, to set your circadian rhythm has impacts on your cortisol levels, your overall progesterone levels, the way that you make and convert thyroid hormone. One of the best things that you can do for your health is to get uninhibited natural light in the morning when you wake up and throughout the day, just to take light breaks. It will sync your body to the proper rhythm of hormones that should be made, and is one of the most powerful things I did for my health. I used to wear sunglasses all the time outside, but that blocks your exposure to that natural light. And so you're getting outside, but you're not actually getting the signals from the sun about what time it is for your circadian rhythm. So now I just wear a baseball cap to block my eyes from the sun. And that's it. Now let's go into children's toys. Bassinet. She just slept on my chest and in our bed with us. We co-slept. Crib. Felt like I had to have it on hand. Even when our kid, because we want to have multiple babies, no matter what age they are when they transition, I can just put them on a Montessori style floor bed. Easy peasy. Binkies and bottles. I know this is like a necessity for some people, but I exclusively breastfed. I was at home. It was not necessary for me to give her a bottle. And then the one time I borrowed a friend's bottle to try to like introduce it to her, she literally spit it out and looked at me like, don't try to fool me. This isn't your boob. Never really tried after that. Bath toys. I actually just put in like spoons and stuff for her. Full price kids clothes. I don't think I've ever bought something that was full price for her clothes. I actually buy very, very few clothes for her. She has a capsule wardrobe just like me. All of her clothes fit into one drawer. She can put them away herself. She can pick them out herself. I mean, it's a mess, but she can do it herself. They're either thrifted, hand-me-downs, or I buy them on sale. And I'm even talking like organic clothing. I have never bought full price or spent a lot of money for it. Kids books. We don't buy kids books. We just do the library. I'm so grateful, really, to have an amazing library that's close to us. We get like 20 books a week. My daughter loves to read, and she loves that she can get new ones constantly. It simplifies our life. We return them. We get new ones and we return them. Now, home category. I do not buy and stopped buying organizational tools. So like file cabinet. I used to have like an organization thing for purses, an organization thing for shoes. Owning less is infinitely more desirable than just organizing more. In the same realm, vacuum seal bag for clothes. I used to have to buy them like every couple years, mostly for the clothes that I had. Getting down to a very minimal wardrobe solved that problem. Also leads me to hangers. I have not had to buy hangers in years. Home cleaners. I do not buy home cleaners. I simplified. I use a non-toxic, like all-purpose concentrate, or I just use vinegar or baking soda. You can clean so much with vinegar and baking soda. Miscellaneous category. I do not buy full priced books anymore. Oh well, use the library like crazy. And if there is a book that I end up reading and I go, I really want to own this, I will go on half price books, thriftbooks.com, and I almost always find it. The exception to that is if there is someone that I really want to support, I will buy the full price book for them. Paid workout programs. I used to get like workout DVDs. I used to be a part of like subscription-based services. I used to go to a gym. And over the years, we ended up just saving that money and investing in some low cost, but like effective few pieces of equipment that we keep in our gym. So I just work out at home. I have not bought a gym membership in 4 years. The last thing in the miscellaneous was a second car. We stopped having a second car. We stopped having a second car payment. My husband works from home, so we can do that. It has been such a burden off of our shoulders to like completely cut our car payments in half because neither of them were paid off, to just have what we absolutely need. And sure, some days it takes extra communication. My husband needs a car for something, I have to be home by a certain time, or there's like a conflicting thing. But those situations really are few and far in between, and it just takes extra communication. And for us, it is so worth it. And that's it. Those are the 50 or 60, I don't even know, I no longer buy and have saved cumulatively thousands of dollars. I hope that this gave you some frugal living tips in an effort to live more simply. I'm Jess. I make videos on cultivating contentment through things like minimalism, slow living, holistic health, really just helping women enjoy exactly where they are. If you're into that, I'd love to see you join our community and subscribe. I will see you in the next video.